in here. Basically what I want to talk about as my first sort of video that's not a vlog. I want to talk about my journey towards sort of discovering that I was trans, and how that's all progressed over the years. I think a lot of people probably have the misconception that trans people know that they're trans from when they're young and that's it. But in my experience, most trans people, I've seen polls done and things on Twitter, most people is a lot later, and that's what happened to me. So when I was younger, all I knew is that I had feelings about my body of discomfort. I hated my chest, I hated how it looked in clothes, I hated that anyone else would be able to see it. Same about my hips, I hated it. And I felt uncomfortable about that for a long time. But whenever I would have those thoughts, I didn't understand it and I didn't know how to explain it. So I sort of just would push it to the back of my mind and try and forget about it, even though I knew that I didn't feel right. And basically that happened until I went to university, and I joined sort of the LGBT Society at uni, which was a massive help to me. Like, anyone going to uni, if there's anyone watching this who is going to uni, if you have an LGBT Society there, go to it, because it was just such a great resource for me, such a good thing to be involved in. I met a lot of friends there. I went to my first sort of gay bars with those guys and discovered that side of the community and socialised with a lot of people that we just got each other, and it's good to sort of have people to speak to that understand you. So when I joined the society as well, we used to have weekly meetings where we'd meet and there'd be a presentation from some of the committee members, and they'd speak about things, and they spoke about gender a lot. So yeah, I remember learning that there were different kinds of gender, which I didn't know. I only knew that there were cis people. I didn't know that terminology at that point, but I knew that there were people that were trans and that there were people that weren't trans. So that's all basically I knew, and I learned there's so many genders. And sort of that was when I started to question my gender, as I related to the stories that I heard from other trans people and some of the things that I'd been told trans people felt, and just hearing about things like that made me think, oh, maybe that's me. So I started researching. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, I read a lot of websites, just to really increase my knowledge surrounding gender. I wanted to understand more about it. Not necessarily just myself, just because I wanted to be more educated on it, but also because I knew I related to some aspects of trans people, like I said. I remember at one point we had a meeting where we put on a scale where we want, like, where we felt our gender was on a scale. And at that point, I really thought about it, like, more. I think that was actually after that meeting. That was when I started this researching, because we put where we were on a scale, and I thought, I don't feel like a man or a woman. How can you feel like one of those? I didn't get it. Like, I don't feel like that. So I put myself in the middle, where someone else who I went to uni with, they put themselves there, and they're non-binary. So I thought, am I non-binary? So yeah, I looked into that more, and one YouTuber that I did watch, I related to a lot and connected to how they felt. I knew a little bit about dysphoria at that point, but more general terms. I didn't know that it could be so personal to each person, if that makes sense. I didn't know that it could be quite individual. When you just hear the general explanation, it's hard to connect to that. And I heard my friend's story from uni, and I didn't fully connect to their story. So when I was researching, and I was watching YouTubers and things, and this person I watched, I really related to what they were saying, and that's Ash Ardell. I urge you to follow them, because he's just amazing. And yeah, so I really connected to how Ash felt. And after that I was like, oh, I think I do have dysphoria. I think that's what these feelings are. I think that's dysphoria. So after that, which up to this point, I'd finished uni. I had 4 years at uni, so I sort of questioned it a little bit during that time. And after uni, I was watching more things, and then when Ash released a video about like where they explained their dysphoria, and I connected to that, and sort of basically I describe it as I had all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, and then eventually they fit together, and it's like a light bulb just went off. And I took a while to sort of accept it myself, like this is my identity now, and I really understand who I am. And when I accepted it myself, then I really then was thinking, what am I going to do next? How am I going to come out? How am I going to... What's my next step? So I tried out different pronouns, started trying they, them pronouns. That's what I use now. I just felt lots more comfortable using that, and I also got a binder and started using that, and I felt much better. Just obviously Euphoria, that's what I felt. So Euphoria is the opposite of dysphoria. Dysphoria, sorry I didn't describe this, but dysphoria is the uncomfortable feeling that you get when your gender that people see you as doesn't match how you actually feel. And Euphoria is just a really happy sort of feeling when you're affirmed in your gender. So when I wear a binder, when they them pronouns are used for me, when my name Hudson is used for me, I feel great and I feel much better. So yeah, So I tried those pronouns out, and then eventually I was like, right, I'm going to use these, and started to tell everyone that I wanted to use those pronouns, and eventually about my name and everything like that. Another thing that has helped me is haircuts. It's pretty short now. I've got hair, but I used to have very long hair. And I think I sort of used to just hide behind it, and because at school, people used to be like, oh, because I was tomboy, as I would say at school, I used to call myself tomboy, and I was always masculine. I think the guys at school just sort of seemed offended by that, and they used to be like, oh, I just look like a man, and to me, at the time, them saying that was like them saying, you're ugly, and so I think I held on to femininity a bit, even though I didn't feel feminine. I don't feel feminine at all, but I think I held on to it a bit because people found that attractive, and I didn't want people to think I was ugly, even if I wasn't attracted to whoever it was who was thinking this about me. I just wanted to be liked. So yeah, I think I held on to it a bit longer because of that. I'm pleasing other people, really, as I did with clothes. As a lot of parents do, they say, oh, like, why don't you wear a dress, why don't you wear this, because they want you to look nice, right? But I never felt comfortable wearing that, and I don't think my mum knew the extent that I didn't feel comfortable wearing it. Obviously, otherwise she wouldn't have suggested those things. And in the end, I just ended up wearing them because I knew people thought that I looked good in them. I wasn't doing it for me. So yeah, a lot of things now. I'm feeling better about my hair and my clothes and wearing a binder and things, but I want to go on testosterone, which hopefully I will be soon, and then get top surgery. Definitely want to get top surgery. Definitely want to go on testosterone. Other things, I'm not sure, but those are the definites. And I've completed my depot documents now, so I'll start to change my name over soon, so that's exciting. So yeah, lots happened, and now all my family know I'm non-binary. Non-binary trans-masculine is what the term I use. And yeah, they've been great, very supportive, so I'm very lucky for that. And I think that was about it. I wanted to talk about that journey. I will discuss in more depth and another point, sort of my feelings specifically about my gender. But for now, yeah, I just wanted to discuss my journey from being a kid and then discovering about different genders, and then after so many years just questioning, and then finally really accepting when I fully related to someone else's story, and that's why I want to share how I feel, because if it helps anyone, then that's great. And I also want to document my transition. I want to see the changes as they come, and I want to inform people because I can be helpful, and visibility is important. So that's all for now. See you with the next video.